Meet our patient 1, patient 2, and patient 3, who each faced the challenges of diffuse grade 5A baldness, diffuse grade 5 baldness, and diffuse grade 3 baldness, respectively. Interesting, isn't it? In one video, you will see 3 completely different patients, each battling a unique type of baldness, situations that are considered some of the trickiest in the world of hair restoration. In this video, you will witness how our experts designed a master plan to tackle each zone with a different strategy, ensuring results that are completely natural, dense, and long-lasting. Believe me, this journey is filled with twists and turns so engaging that you will not be able to take your eyes off the screen. Every question you have ever had about hair transplants will be answered here, so make sure you watch this video until the very end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming updates. Let us now take you through the initial conditions of our 3 patients, each representing a unique journey and a different stage of baldness. Our first patient was struggling with diffuse grade 5A baldness. His hairline had completely receded, forming a prominent M shape, leaving the entire frontal zone empty. There was significant thinning in both the mid-scalp and crown regions, making it clear that a high graft count and comprehensive planning were essential to restore a natural look. Moving on to patient 2, who was diagnosed with diffuse grade 5 baldness. His hairline had also receded into a distinct M shape, completely damaging the frontal area and half of the mid-scalp. This frontal loss took away his facial frame, drastically affecting the aesthetics of his appearance. The crown area also showed visible thinning and required coverage, although the rest of his scalp was still in relatively healthy condition. Finally, we introduce patient 3, who presented with an even more advanced stage of grade 3 baldness. He began losing hair rapidly in his early adulthood, which took a serious toll on his confidence. His scalp was visibly exposed due to diffuse thinning, and his hairline had completely receded. The frontal and half of the mid-scalp zones lacked density and required focused restoration. But here's the most remarkable and unifying factor among all 3 patients. Despite their advanced grades of baldness, each of them had a strong and healthy donor area, and that made all the difference. It gave us the foundation needed to deliver natural results and ensure long-term sustainability. So, prepare to witness 3 extraordinary journeys. Stories not just of hair restoration, but of hope reignited, confidence reclaimed, and a transformation that speaks for itself. Because when the right diagnosis meets the perfect technique, change does not just happen. It becomes unstoppable. And now, we step into the most crucial and defining phase of a hair transplant, the stage where precision, planning, and artistry come together to shape the final masterpiece. If you are also facing similar challenges, share your scalp pictures with our experts. They will guide you on what suits you best, whether it is a hair transplant or a targeted medication plan. Now, let us take a look at the next step in these 3 patients' journeys, a step that plays a defining role in the success of any hair transplant, which is hairline designing. Once the initial consultation and baldness examination were completed, our experts moved on to hairline design. Before starting the design, the patient's hair was trimmed, and each of them was given a thorough scalp cleansing session to remove dirt, excess oil, and dead skin cells. This ensured a clean and smooth surface, for precise and accurate markings. When designing the hairlines, our experts carefully considered each patient's facial proportions, bone structure, and degree of baldness. For patient 1, who had a narrower forehead and a square face, a custom hairline was crafted to enhance his natural symmetry. The distance of the hairline was measured from the glabella point to ensure perfect balance. According to his markings, the implantation zone included the entire frontal curve and extended deep into the frontal zone to restore lost density. The curvature at the temples was kept soft and gradual, allowing for a smooth and natural transition into the mid-scalp. Patient 2 had an oval face with a slightly broader forehead compared to patient 1. His hairline was also designed after precise measurements from the glabella point. However, his baldness was more advanced, with extensive thinning in the frontal region, placing him in the grade 5 category. His design included the complete frontal hairline and the entire frontal zone, clearly outlined for implantation. Patient 3 presented with a round face and a wide forehead. His hairline was planned to suit his facial dimensions, again using the glabella point as the reference for accuracy. Along with the hairline, the frontal area and half of the mid-scalp were marked for restoration. These carefully designed outlines were not just markings, they were the blueprints of transformation. They defined the recipient zones for each patient, provided a clear roadmap for the surgical team, and ensured that every graft placement would contribute to a result that looked natural, balanced, and aesthetically pleasing from every angle. If you want your perfect-looking natural hairline, book your appointment today with our experts. It is one of the most crucial steps in a hair transplant. Within the pre-marked zones, our surgeons make tiny slits that decide the exact direction, angle, depth, and density of each graft. For all 3 patients, the advanced zigzag technique was used in the hairline to create a soft and natural look. Each slit was customized to their facial proportions and baldness pattern, ensuring perfect balance and natural growth. This step is the true foundation of long-lasting and natural results. Once the hairline design was finalized, the procedure began by injecting local anesthesia in the recipient and donor zones to make the procedure painless. Then the slits were created in the recipient area, which is an important step in a hair transplant that determines the density, angle, and direction of the new hair growth. It ensures the transplanted hair looks natural with the existing hair. Well-made slits also shield the grafts and increase their survival rate. By doing this, surgeons can avoid an artificial look and form a hairline that appears natural. In short, the formation of the slit is the foundation of the success of the procedure from an aesthetic and medical perspective. Then the extraction and implantation began. For patient 1, to restore his hairline, single and thin hair follicles were implanted in an irregular pattern to create a natural look. To enhance density in the frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were implanted, creating a fuller look. To create the swirl pattern, single, double, and triple hair follicles were implanted. In his case, a total of 4,500 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. Patient 2 had almost similar baldness. The frontal area was more affected in his case. Just like patient 1, to create a natural-looking hairline, single and thin hair follicles were implanted, and to add density in the frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were implanted. In his case, a total of 5,300 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. Although there was not a huge difference in the number of grafts implanted in the patient's 1 case and the patient's 2 case, only slightly more grafts were implanted to cover the additional thinning in his frontal region. Patient 3 had a more advanced level of baldness and needed restoration in multiple areas. To restore his facial frame, our experts implanted single and thin hair follicles in the hairline zone to create a natural and fuller look. In the frontal area, to add volume and density, double and triple hair follicles were implanted. In his case, a total of 3,000 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. If you want to explore the hair transplant procedure in detail, drop a comment saying hair transplant, and our team will reach out to guide you every step of the way. 1-month follow-up of patient 1. When patient 1 came back for his first PRP session, our experts checked his scalp carefully. At this stage, about 60% shedding was seen. This is completely normal after a hair transplant and happens because the new follicles first enter a resting phase before they start growing permanent hair. The good news was that his donor area had healed completely. There was no redness or scarring, and it was ready to support healthy regrowth in the coming months. One-month follow-up of patient 2. During the 1-month checkup of patient 2, around 50% shedding was noticed. This was also normal and expected. Even with the shedding, his scalp looked healthy and the donor area had recovered well. This shedding phase is only temporary and actually clears the way for stronger and denser hair to grow in the next few months. One-month follow-up of patient 3. At the first follow-up of patient 3, about 40% shedding was observed. Since it was a little less compared to the other 2 patients, it showed his own healing response and scalp condition. His donor area had also healed nicely, and the transplanted zones were settling well, creating a strong foundation for the new growth phase. In all 3 cases, one thing is the same. Their donor area is completely healed with no scarring or sign of extraction. 5-month follow-up of patient 1. 5 months after the transplant, when patient 1 visited the clinic for his PRP session, our experts carefully examined his scalp. His M-shaped hairline was now well framed, and the frontal as well as mid-scalp had started gaining density. However, some thinning was still visible in these regions, which is completely natural at this stage and will continue to improve in the upcoming months as new hair matures and thickens. 4-month follow-up of patient 2. Patient 2 had come to us with a severely damaged scalp, a receded hairline, and a weak crown area. By the 4th month, his transformation was remarkable. His hairline was now perfectly framed, the frontal and mid-scalp had gained noticeable density, and his crown had begun to form a natural swirl pattern. This level of improvement in just 4 months is highly encouraging and serves as an inspiration for anyone facing similar baldness conditions. Four-month follow-up of patient 3. In the case of patient 3, our experts observed that his previously M-shaped hairline was now beautifully framed. The thinned frontal and mid-scalp had achieved excellent density, and by the 4th month, his overall appearance had completely transformed. This progress highlighted his scalp's positive healing response, though it is important to remember that results always vary from patient to patient. When comparing the 3 patients, their results clearly reflected their initial conditions. Patient 1, due to having more extensive baldness, still showed thinning even after 5 months. In contrast, patients 2 and 3 had already achieved impressive density within just 4 months. This proves that progress in a hair transplant journey is never the same for everyone. It depends on the severity of baldness, scalp health, and individual healing patterns. The most important point is that all 3 were moving steadily toward their natural and permanent transformation. If you are experiencing similar signs related to your shedding phase, so connect with our experts today. Now it is time to show you the final results of our 3 patients according to their month of transformation. 14 months. Results of our patient. 1. If we compare the patient's 14-month results with his initial condition, the transformation is truly outstanding. He was facing the challenges of diffuse grade 5A. Today, his new hairline perfectly enhances his natural facial features. The frontal and mid-scalp areas, which still showed thinning around the 5th month, have now achieved full and healthy growth. The crown has also regained its natural swirl and shape. The minor thinning that remained has been completely healed with the help of PRP sessions and proper medication. His curly hair blends seamlessly with his scalp, giving a completely natural appearance. This remarkable journey proves that even individuals with curly hair can undergo a hair transplant with complete confidence and achieve natural results. "16 months results of our patient 2. Meet our patient 2, who has transformed from diffuse grade 5 to thick, strong, and healthy hair. Today, he enjoys his new look, and as you can see, the smile on his face says it all. His journey itself speaks louder than words. In his initial condition, he had completely lost his natural hairline, which had turned into an M shape. His frontal area was damaged, and his crown region had thinned out badly. But now, just look at his scalp. The hairline, the frontal and mid-scalp, and even the crown have all been restored. His overall appearance has completely transformed. A true 360-degree turnaround that has brought back his confidence and youthful charm. Seven months results of our patient 3. Our third patient had lost his frontal look with a receded hairline and severely damaged frontal and mid-scalp. But in just 7 months, his scalp tells a completely different story. His hairline is now perfectly shaped, the frontal and mid-scalp have achieved impressive density, and his overall look has been entirely transformed. The power of QHT. When we look at the results of all 3 patients, one thing is clear: each transformation is outstanding. These results stand as living proof of the QHT technique, performed with precision and backed by the consistency and experience of our experts. This is what makes QHT different, unique, and truly special. Most importantly, these journeys inspire you to take the right decision for your own hair transplant, with complete confidence in the process and its results. Want results like this? Book your consultation now and take the first step towards your transformation. Why do transplanted hairs fall out after a few weeks? This is called the shedding phase, a normal part of the transplant process. While the hair shafts shed, the roots remain intact and begin to regrow healthier, stronger hair in the coming months. When will I start seeing real growth after a hair transplant? Most patients start seeing early signs of growth around the 3rd to 4th month. Visible density typically improves from the 6th month onwards, with final results seen by 10 to 12 months. Do all patients get the same results? Results may vary from person to person based on hair quality, donor area strength, and post-care. But with expert planning, most patients see significant improvement and lasting transformation. This journey showcases the transformation of 3 patients: diffuse grade 5A, diffuse grade 5, and diffuse grade 3. Today, all 3 have achieved completely transformed results brought together in one powerful frame. If you are also struggling with baldness, do not wait any longer. Book your consultation today.
Hello friends, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will get update on every video.